learning outcomes should also be targeted by the teacher. The teacher should know that by the end of the lesson, what should be the learning outcomes. The students need to come to a conclusion in their learning outcome, and they have to be learning at a different level if there is a mixed ability group in the class. For example, there would be a group which would just become familiar with the words, and they would be able to spell the words, pronounce the words, and apply them in a certain text. Whereas there would be students in the class who would be able to recognize the words, spell them, pronounce them correctly, use them in sentences, also have sentence formation for more than one sentences, and apply them in a manner that they can make a presentation out of it. So the learning outcomes that the teacher targets has to be again differentiated according to the levels of the students. The learning outcomes are also the behavioral learning outcomes. For example, the teacher may have a learning outcome to be the one that she, by the end of this lesson, would be able to make her learners work together, especially in a situation where she notices that there is a lack of spirit and team working in the class. So maybe this could be one of her learning outcome. She should target this learning outcome according to the needs analysis of that particular class. For example, she notices that there are some students dominating the other students, and they are not playing in the team as all individuals to be at an equal level. This could be one of the learning outcome of the students for this type of a class. The teacher is going to monitor and manage the learning session in such a way that the students, they work in a group, they treat each other fairly, nobody dominates anyone, and everybody participates in the activity. It might be a challenging task for the teacher to do that, because the students who are able to dominate and are in a habit of dominating the other classmates would not be easily corrected on their behavior. So there can be a learning outcome in the field of behavior as well. The teacher might need to work very hard on that, but she has to do it in a subtle manner so that nobody is disappointed or demotivated. She has to take care of both the sides, those who are being dominated and those who are dominating. So the learning outcomes can also result in building up a team spirit in the class, for everybody being very friendly to one another, for everyone helping each other, sharing and caring, but at the same time not showing an attitude or a behavior of bullying each other or dominating each other. So these learning outcomes are also included in the learning outcomes of different language features. Also, there can be a learning outcome which would be a challenge for the teacher, and it may take some lessons to reach or achieve that particular learning outcome. There is no harm in that, and the teacher needs not to worry about it. The basic thing is that she has to target a realistic learning outcome, the one that can be the result of learning. Therefore, even if it takes more than one lesson or more than 1 day to achieve the learning outcome, it has to be done with commitment and consistency in order to achieve that particular learning outcome. Sometimes the learning outcome of the students becomes very delayed and it results in taking more than 6 months. But there is no harm in it as long as the teacher is consistent and committed.